Hello, today I'm gonna talk about handling missing values when we are dealing with data. So part of what most people spend their time on when dealing with a lot of data is cleaning it up, finding missing values, and then dealing with those missing values. By dealing, I meant, do you remove these missing values, including, do you remove the columns, rows, or do you fill those missing values? Sometimes you would need some sort of subject matter expert to tell you how to deal with this data, but other times, if you or happen to be the subject matter expert yourself, then you decide how to deal with them. But the method of dealing with it when it comes to pandas varies. So today I'll just show you how to, deal with this kind of data, and then see how we go. So the choice of data that I selected for today is some YouTube statistical data. So let's read that. It's a CSV format. Yeah, there you go. So this specific data has to be read in terms of Latin 1 encoding. All right, let's just give it a go and see how it looks. Let's do the shape to have some idea of, oops, sorry. Yeah, so it has 995 rows and 28 columns. Okay, let's do some info. There you go. And then some sort of describe as well, just to have some idea. So lots of numbers here, obviously, which is quite good to deal with filling some of the missing values using the averaging technique, such as mean, median. But if we had some sort of categorical data, we could have used the mod method as well, which I'll get into in a minute. But for now, we have some idea of what our data looks like. I'm just going to delete this. So now let's find the missing values. So one way to do that is we just select the data frame and then do isNA, and then we just sum, right? So there you have it. So there are several columns with a large number of missing data. Longitude, latitude, urban population, unemployment rate, population, gross tertiary education enrollment. All these have a higher number of missing data. We can just sort it out so we can see, prioritize those large columns. So sort values, ascending, false. There you go. So let's start with subscribers for the last 30 days, right? Okay. Let's just add. All right, let me just skip this and add one more here. And I say YouTube. There's space there. There you go. All right. So there's quite a few here. So for this one, for example, because it's numerical data, let's just see describe to get some statistics. So the max is 8 million. Okay. All right. So for this, for example, we can use one of the techniques, which is the fill NA, or fill the missing values using the mean technique, which is U2, we say the data frame dot fill NA, sorry, fill NA, and then here we put the mean. Like so. Now if we do dot isNA here and sum, it will be 0. That means we substituted all the missing values using the mean technique. Likewise, we could use the same for the median, but instead of using the subscribers for the last 30 days, we select the urban population. Okay, replace this. Let's just see what the data looks like for a bit. Okay, this is what it looks like. See if there is any missing values. We know there are missing values. So there are 123 missing values. For this specific column, we can use the median technique. So we say fill NA. By the way, here, if you want this change to be persistent, you will need to use in place true. This way the change is committed to the data frame. Otherwise, this change is just for show and it's not committed. All right, is NA sum? We don't do this anymore. There you go. So fill NA. We copy this, and then we say median, and then we say in place is equal to true. There you go. And here, if we just take this part out and say is NA and then sum, we just comment this out. Yeah, there you go. Now we have replaced all the missing values using the median of the entire urban population column, right? Also, we can use mode at the same, same technique, same kind of script. The only difference here is for mode, it's usually the common value. So you would need to have a categorical type data, like if we had like a genre here, category, for example, has 46 missing values. That's a great example actually here. So we can use that. Category, see here, there are some nans. So if we do mode, entertainment is the most common category here. We can use value counts here, and we would value counts, and we say, I think, yeah, there you go, value counts, and see, you can see that entertainment has appeared 241 times. So it's only fair those 46 missing values be replaced by entertainment. So the way to do that is fill NA, right? And then we say YouTube category dot mode 0, which means the first, and is NA, sorry, in place true. There you go. So if we comment this out, just to check our work, we do YouTube category is NA sum 0. But also to check even further, if we do mode, right, and then we do value counts, our entertainment value should grow. Oh, not mode, sorry. We just do value counts. There you go, 287. So it grew by 46 as we predicted it. So we did a good job of replacing a categorical value here. Another technique here to fill missing values is forward fill and backward fill. So a forward fill, what it does is it takes the cell value, the previous cell value, and then fills forward, and a backward fill takes the last fill after the missing value and then fill it backwards, which is quite easy. For example, we can look at create a date and then try to fill this backward. So one way to do it is YouTube create a date, right? Let's see what the data looks like. So it looks this way. We can see describe to see it, to understand it a little bit. So the minimum is 1 and maximum is 31. Okay, so let's try. I'm not sure whether forward fill for this is the right kind of technique, but as I said, you would need a subject matter expert sometimes to decide about which technique to use, but for now, just to see, I would use forward fill. So here we say method f fill. There you go. Now this forward fills, and if we do is NA and sum, it'd be 0. The other technique is, mind you, this is not saved, so if we do b fill, it also says 0. So we tried both backward fill and forward fill. But if we do here, for example, the mean, just to see, it's 15.7, and in this case, if we do the mean, it'll be 0. And let's just, oh, because I said is NA, sorry, 15.72, 15.77. All right, so not much of a difference, but there you have it. This is how you can handle missing data. I hope I covered the basics. Next time I'll dive deep into the more advanced techniques, the k-nearest mean and other advanced techniques that will show us how to handle missing data. But for now, this is it. Thank you so much. Cheers.